What's happening? It's Chris Hall here. You are now tuned into the Chris Hall Show, where we discuss dating and the misconceptions between men and women, and much, much more. Do you see me? We are here. We are here. I cannot stay gone no longer. We have to drop some content, okay? Man. So we didn't have a show Wednesday. I was feeling a little under the weather, did a little bit too much partying, seems like, this weekend. Came down with a slight cold. No COVID, I promise. But no, we tested negative for COVID. So I guess you could say I was on the cold protocols then, you know. Yeah, down for a couple of days, funny enough, right in the middle of the week. So I could not do the show, but we will be back. I'm gonna start doing more lives to make up for all the lost time, you know. I feel like I'm in content debt and I need to pay it forward. What's going on, y'all? How have y'all been? Are y'all ready for the holidays? We are gearing up. I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I'm ready, but I'm not ready. You know, Christmas puts a lot of pressure on people. Who to get gifts for, whose feelings you're gonna hurt by not getting a gift for them. Once somebody turns 21, they're not an adult. Do y'all still buy gifts for like adults? That's still a thing. I don't know, man. I know at one point, me and my family said that Christmas was going to start being for the kids, and then everybody became adults. And then on one side of the family, I'm pretty much the only one with a little kid at this point. But anywho, we're not here to talk about Christmas. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. What are you talking about Christmas? We have to talk about the blatant disrespect from women to men. I've never experienced it physically, you know, verbally mainly, and that's what I mainly want to talk about today. I had a conversation with a young lady whom I did not know, and I will keep most of the contents private because this was discussed in a private forum. But what I've noticed, especially due to the content that I do put out, and due to the fact that it is talking about behavioral issues with women, and just also, like I said, the misconceptions that, you know, women are thinking one thing, but men really are thinking another. I think that's the meat and potatoes of my content, is just more of misconception. Like you didn't know that we're thinking this. And I get a lot of women who may direct message me, you know, ask me questions or disagree with something that I post or something that I said on YouTube. I get a lot of YouTube comments of with women just going back and forth, you know. Sometimes to the point where I thought, mind you, I've never thought about this before until recently. I thought that maybe women get off, not literally, but somehow get aroused by engaging in verbal banter with men. I'm not just say me in general, but just the disagreeableness of a woman. Is that something that is a turn on for you? Is it an aphrodisiac or something? Like I'm so lost on this. And, you know, my problem is when women think that it's okay to disrespect a man who's 3 times, I'm not talking about men, I'm talking about men in general, 3 times your size, sometimes 10 to 20 times your strength, to disrespect somebody, disrespect that person in particular, and think that you're just supposed to just get away with it. And me and a friend talk about this all the time, that see, two men cannot call each other, especially strangers, two men cannot call each other fuck boys or bitch, or you soft, or you a hoe, or these things. These things don't go over well with men because there's a violence line between men that men know, once we get to a certain point, this person may slap the fuck out of me. But from what I've noticed is now the world has become so civilized, which is a gift and a curse in a lot of different aspects of life. But the world has become so civilized that women now think that they can say or sometimes do whatever they want, because 9 times out of 10, this man is not going to put his hands on me. Now, we all know that, you know, there is a percentage of men who do and would put their hands on a woman for mere verbal disrespect. And the part that discourages me is that, you know, you ladies have sons, you know, we all came from a woman, okay? So all of us men came from a woman. So we all have a mother, whether she's here or not. We have a mother, and you're raising sons to where you're cursing out men. And then if they respond in a way that you don't think is becoming of this man, you can call him out, call him soft or pussy or something like that, because he couldn't handle whatever you dished out. And that's very disheartening. It's very disheartening, because how would you want someone to treat your son? Would you want some young lady to call him out of his name that you know you ain't named him? Would you like that? Would you like women to come to your son without good faith and think that he is something that he's not? You don't want the police to do it, right? You don't want that. So that's what I see that I get a lot. I get a lot of random influencers as well on the female, I guess, male discontent side. And that's another thing. What I've noticed with most women's content opposing, I guess, men's content is you don't really have solutions in your content. There's no, okay, guys, you're doing this wrong. If you did this, then this is the reaction that you will get from me. And this is how we feel versus this. And this is how y'all think. Y'all are more logical. We're feeling, you know what I'm saying? Just maybe try to tilt the scale a little bit. I understand that wholeheartedly. We are not women, okay? So you can tell us how you feel a lot more than we can, okay? I understand that wholeheartedly, but what I see is just, and I hate the word bash as well, but you see more male bashing material than anything. And what I get is women come in my DMs not in good faith. And what I mean by good faith, I mean that when you come in, you're not looking to understand what I post, even if what I post is from another article of someone else's, is from a news article clip or some type of study that someone else did, that I'm just posting the results that they found from their statistical study. And it even comes to the point where I would post something and someone would comment on the post in my direct message and start an argument on something completely different. And mind you, these arguments are nonsensical whatsoever. It is just to argue. And I know that y'all are single. Do you know how I know that y'all are single? Well, one, because you're arguing with a random YouTuber for no apparent reason. Number two, you are unbearable to talk to. I mean, and mind you, this is not at any particular person. Okay, this has happened numerous times. So it's not like I'm talking about one person. One person may have sparked me finally doing a video on it, but in general, this is what I really find. Now, I have my core audience of women who actually do want to learn more about what I talk about. They enjoy what I talk about, and they've even implemented some of the things I've talked about in their everyday lives, and it has changed for the better. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. That's them. I'm talking to the others. That's a big problem. And I think we need to do better. Black women, especially, because what I'm noticing is that you gals are flying off the lip because you have and you feel like you can. But my thing is, you're gonna encounter the wrong person one day, because I know good and goddamn well that y'all don't talk to women like that, because you're gonna most likely run into a woman like you and she is gonna put them hands on you. We need to come, well, ladies, you need to come more in good faith in certain topics. I get it. Some subjects that I touch on are very sensitive, like a subject of abortion or women with kids, women's weight. So I get some of these things can be triggering. But if you're gonna have the conversation, let's have the conversation, you know? And if I'm repeating something that you said, or if I'm communicating something to you that is obvious, right? Either about you, about your content, about your website, if it is obvious, and even if I have gathered data from other people who also said it's obvious and why are you asking me such questions, then I would think that we can move forward. See, that's the problem. And this is a problem all around with just accountability in general. And people don't want to be wrong about something. This is the thing. You can come into a conversation, be wrong about a particular thing, either correct your wrong or understand why you were wrong, and we can continue talking. I don't know if some of you ladies think that if you're wrong on this, that you may not have a valid point somewhere else. You missed this one, yes, but you can still prove another point elsewhere, or maybe, reformulate that one and make it make more sense. It doesn't mean that it doesn't make you any less of a person just because and to be quite honest, I think women don't want to be wrong from a man. They don't want a man to prove them wrong, because somewhere psychologically in their mind, they feel like they are now beneath a man because they want to be equal to a man. And that's cool if that's what you're striving for, but that's that's a you thing. That has nothing to do with me and the rest of the men in the world. If you feel like you're equal to a man and you a boss bitch, congratulations. I mean, you could wear a name tag just so we don't forget, for all I care. But that does not change the opinions of other people. Forget just men, other people. That is a you thing. But in closing, I just want to say, listen, ladies, watch how you speak to men. I seen a video not too long ago to where it looked like it was in South Beach. These women, you know, dressed up to the T, eyelashes as long as as the Mason-Dixon line. But nevertheless, he thought one of them or just all of them were attractive. So he decided to, you know, shoot his shot. He come to the table. I mean, as far as what the clip showed, he seemed respectable, but they kind of played him to the left, laughing, giggling, you know, just kind of, you know, played him out. Instead of just kind of letting him off gently. Now, mind you, I don't know if they let him off gently prior. I don't know if he was there for a while. I'm just telling you what I saw on a clip. So they played him to the left, laughing it up. You know, shortly after, that man came back and shot the whole shit up. Shot it all up. I don't know if anybody died or what happened exactly, but I'm just recollecting that clip right now because I'm like, damn, you know, you can run into the wrong person. So you really want to protect your neck. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, because every dude ain't friendly like that. And it's not even being friendly. That some of this stuff, there's no need for it. There's no need for it. What's happened is the internet has created an actual unsafe place for people to come online, not realizing that there is a real individual on the other end of the screen. I get it. Everyone think this is the Call of Duty lobby and we can just talk shit, shoot each other up on Call of Duty and then sign off and go into another room and do the same thing. Listen, look, I can go on and on about this. You have been watching the Chris Hall Show. I am Chris Hall. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.